All right, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com. I'm gonna have to excuse my voice. I'm a little cracky and very coffee. I'm getting over a little pneumonia right now, so it's been a crappy week with it, trying to do this kind of stuff. So anyway, let me go over this. This thing turned out to be absolutely beautiful. And normally when we get Jeepster frames in, they're modified, and so modified that they're almost worthless. Like, I mean, there's a couple back there, and people have done some weird things up here on them. So that was great seeing an unmolested frame, because it's all factory and no rust on it, which is even nicer. So some of these are, it's a C channel in the back, fully boxed in at the middle, and kind of, I mean, if you have never seen a frame or a Commando frame, this isn't like them all. This is a later style. The earlier styles are not like this. I mean, they're a lot weaker. So they did a lot of upgrades on these. There's still a couple weak spots on these, and I'll show you. And this one has a little bit of it up there. But as far as rust goes, it's absolutely beautiful. I was hoping our hot seat was working. We have a nice wash truck, but unfortunately our hot seat has been on the fritz, so our washer works, but our heat doesn't. Otherwise, I'd get this even cleaner than it was. So, but considering that there's still, I mean, you can see the black underneath this, and this is not even surface, more just oxidation. But there's just nothing on it. So I wish my energy level is a little higher right now. I'd be a little more excited with this guy, because it did come out to be super nice. So I'll flip it over here in just a second, show you the bottom. But the two areas I want to show you, and they're really the kind of the same areas. Usually they'll get little hairline cracks up here on the left side because the box sticks here. That's not where it did. It does have one here that is fine right now, but I wouldn't leave it. There's one right here as well. And that's the factory weld that just is breaking loose here. So definitely needs a new bead here. And I would put one across here as well. There's not much you can do. I mean, you can fully box in the front of them. That may help a little bit there. There's a couple areas I've seen people tie into them a little bit better. You can see that up here, it extends out to about the corner and doesn't go any further, which is nice, because typically when you get something like this, they end up cracking all the way around. So at least it's not there yet. But what I would do is get in here, not only fix it and maybe even fish plate it and reinforce this a little bit. It really probably doesn't need much, but you can see here there's another design flaw on these. They only weld, this guy here only gets welded really in one spot, and not even all that clean of a weld. So the fix of this is easily, because you can see right where they weld it, and this is all nice and solid, and then you have this piece back here. So had they finished these welds off, and that one needs to be done, this probably would have never happened. But it's just, again, just the way they design some of these. And again, you can see here, once again, this is a boxed in area. They just tacked it right here. This one's fine, but to really reinforce this weld and then finish it all the way around there. And I would do it, if it was me, I'd fill it all. Because again, they just, for whatever reason, they only get a couple tacks on these, and you know, for the most part, they're fine. But that's just me. You can see it several places down here, running a full bead the whole width, and possibly, depending on what you're doing in the back area, would be what I would work on it. But otherwise, that's it. So, good solid frame. Definitely want to get a green light on it, just like we do on everything. Jose's here, ready to go if so. And we'll load it up, and probably, what are you thinking on your timing? You're probably, because you got Michigan, Ohio, New York, I think New York, New Jersey.
About mid to end of the week.
Okay. And I mean, I'm not going to hold you to that. I just, rough idea, about a week.
Just rough.
Okay. All right, so let me get her down, and I'll flip it up on its butt end here. All right, so, okay, we'll go over it with a fine tooth comb, just like on the top. All right, this is the driver's side. All these are intact, really good shape. We normally pull the mounts and all this stuff, but leave all that stuff intact for you. Nice clean. Where your cross member bolts to. Leaf spring purchase. And I do this not only for your view, because I want you to see this as if you're standing here next to me, but I also do it for my own, because if I miss something, scanning it like this, you know, it helps me just make sure I didn't miss anything. And you can see, if we were just looking from this angle, you can't see anything. There's nothing down here. You have to kind of come around the corner here and really look closely to see that guy. But as far as the bottom lip goes, perfect shape. These guys are in great shape with A-mount too. There's nothing split here at all. Okay, so anybody, and I don't know if I really, this is a 72 Jeep Commando. Just came in, literally frame sold out of it, and we still have the rest of it, but we're getting tons of calls on it, so things are gonna start going really quick, especially now that we're in this mode at this state. 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. I'm gonna come into the garage real quick here before I wrap this video up, just to show you all the goodies we got on this thing. We got a nice hood, which I don't know if I've ever had a nice Commando hood, Jeepster hood. Okay, the tub is definitely usable. It's got a couple areas down the boat. We always call these boat sides, I don't know, lower rockers there. So the lower rocker is pretty beat up, but overall, the doors are beautiful. We will sell this as one piece, but we usually sell the top, sell the doors, and since we have a pair, sell the pair. If we ever get a single, I think right now we do have a single passenger out there. And we usually sell the tailgate off, but again, we can move the whole thing together. And because it's on the lift right now, I can really get a good bird's eye view of the bottom. Even with the little issues it has, this tub is still, this is still a really clean Commando tub. We've had a few over the years, and not one of them has been perfect. They all have their own little things. But as far as it gets, this has got to be one of the nicer ones. Before I raise it in the air, seats are absolutely beautiful. I mean, they're dusty, but they're there and they're not torn. This thing only had just over 10,000 miles on it. The motor, 304, as you can imagine, runs, drives excellent, high compression still, as it should. It's sat forever, and that's what, I mean, the thing sat in a field. It was just kind of it hasn't been registered since 99. As a barn find as they come, this was it. And I had a hard time pulling this one apart, but as I've been doing this a long time, the last 2 years, I really have saved a lot of things, and it was really killer cash flow, almost to an extent that it has put us in a financial bind. So promised my wife I wouldn't do that anymore, because they're obviously affected by my decisions. So, but there's a lot of good parts, and I'm okay with this on this one. I know people call on these things all the time, and we often don't have stuff. The headliners are intact other than the middle one. But I wouldn't let those go with this top, or like I said, the whole thing if somebody ends up picking up any other pieces on it. And I think you had a question as well on the front of this thing, which I'll let Megan. The grill's smashed up here. Unfortunately, the grill's kind of taken out. There's still, somebody could salvage this. I mean, it is a metal grill, and it's in decent shape up until there, but it definitely got into there, and it looks like it got into the bucket a bit on this side, and it's hard to say the extent of it. The brackets themselves look good, so we'll still sell this header panel as one unit. Okay, all the way across. It doesn't look like there's a bit of rust in it. Super clean. Here and through here, and like I said, all these angled brackets here are nice and straight, so I don't think we'll see anything bent. You got a little bit where it's maybe a fingernail here. where it's kind of hit on the side. But it does look to be, as far as the header panel goes, at least that's what we call them on the newer stuff, to be good. That bucket, which is tack weld, or not tack, spot welded in there, the actual bucket itself looks good. It looks like it just kind of took the headlight itself and shoved it back, but it's hard to say till we get in there. That all looks good there. We got everything up through here. Firewall, brake booster set up. That fender's obviously, the inside is good, but the outside is smoked. And not only is it smoked, but it's also got rust right through there. But somebody can salvage that inner if their inners were rusty and they had a good outer. And this side is good on the inside. It's good here. That other side, it looks like maybe when it got hit, it buckled, and then it just kind of rusted from there on out. So that's probably happened a while ago. But that fender looks pretty good. These little, that's missing altogether on that side. So, okay. Yeah, let me get it in the air a little bit more. Might as well do this, because once it gets out in the yard, this kind of thing is going to be hard to get back up to where we're lifting it. And the reason is because they're skirted all the way around, so you can't just lift them with a forklift. You really end up screwing these things up if you don't take the precautions to do this right. We kind of build a frame for them in a sense so that we can pick them up with the forklifts, but we really don't like moving them once I get this video this one time. So I'll throw this in its entirety the best I can. Somebody can make the best decision they can, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to really show you these sides so you can see how much your work is going to be entailed to fix this tub if somebody wanted to. Okay, so let's just start at the driver's side. You can see how bad this is here, and not really anything else. There's a little bit right there, but it's not all beat up. This side definitely salvageable. The other side is probably not. I don't know. Well, you'd have to see. There's some mud in this thing, so this will all come out of it. It's, you know, you can kind of see they came up, probably wheeled in it, did that there. That's the thing with wheeling in these. If they're not super high off the ground, you beat the crap out of them, okay? Got a little dinger there. And then going up through here, starting to rust here. See a little bit of rust in this area. Okay, same thing. This side's got some rot up into this area, which we can see in its entirety almost looking at it out here. And you can see not only is there rust, maybe been some Bondo where somebody might have fixed it before. I mean, you definitely see the filler there, and it's wavy through here. So this side is definitely hammered. And then we have that channel there, which there is a panel up here that somebody put in to reinforce this. Also pretty common I see on these. So you can see the channeling here is bad. Okay, the mouse and this back square barred is actually nice. I mean, it's got a little bit maybe through here. Okay, that all looks good there. The rest of it, the tunnel, super clean. Here's good. These almost always go bad on these things. Excellent shape. All that's excellent shape. The rest of the channeling for your frame, beautiful. Okay, I think he got almost every bolt out of this thing. Starting to see a little bit bleeding through here. Okay, but everything else through there is good. All that looks good there. That's awesome. And again, it needs to be washed, but this all looks really good there. Maybe a little bit bleeding through here. It's one of those plugs. Okay, and then those are great. and then the rest of that tunnel, as you see. So I'll get some photos while I'm down here. And then of course we have the whole drivetrain, which is sitting outside right now, I guess. See if I can get some photos and I'll go out and show you that. So turbo 400, 304, all the original shifters assemblies, Dana 20, transfer case, Dana 44 rear centered flanged as they should be in 72, 75, and then a front Dana 30 drum with open knuckle, which can be converted to disc super easy. We do those conversions as well. All right, again, Jeremy here, Jeeps Unlimited, partsbreakers.com, 303-666-9020. Thank you.